Boys, if I can get a hi, how are you today? I'm good. Your phone's working. Nice handles. Hi.
Hi.
I that was a very long day yesterday. My body's super sore.
You did exercise today or
Yeah, because we trained a lot. So like my lower body, it's really sore. And I was thinking I'm going to massage today. Let me get my
good?
mask. Yeah, that's my plan. So heading back at 4.
For me?
You're heading back at 4 o'clock. I'm sorry. Let me take
Yesterday?
better.
Okay.
You're leaving at 4 o'clock today.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, around 4 or 5 maybe.
Oh,
I'm not sure yet.
you're not in a rush.
No, I'm not. Well, no, not
Oh,
really.
really?
Not really.
That's good. Are you usually a morning person?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I
Right.
like to. Yeah.
That's good.
What
Yeah,
are you?
yeah,
You
completely.
yeah.
I could be I could be both. I could be a night person and I could be a morning. But usually my whole life it's been mornings, like 4 a.m.
4 a.m.
Like 4 or 5.
Yeah. I'm not too early, but yeah, around 7:30.
Well in high school I started waking up at like 6 and then I went to like 5:30. So your body gets programmed. So by like after high school, it was like 5 a.m. every day. And then now it's like 4:30 and then it's 4:15. So the balance from like 4 a.m.
Yeah, yeah. In the weekends when I'm not working, I like to wake up around 9.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very nice. How old is your daughter?
My you wanna know my age?
No, 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 no.
Just
No,
kidding.
respectfully.
Yeah, no, no, just kidding.
I wouldn't be out with you if I didn't. Yeah, your age is completely fine with me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, my daughter is just she just turned 31
very nice.
on June 1st.
Wow,
Not too young.
it's okay. That's just a number. How do you feel?
Like 35.
Yeah, that's good. So you guys went to Santa Monica yesterday?
Yes, we went to Santa Monica because my cousin is visiting us from Wisconsin.
Yes.
Yeah, my
Wisconsin.
niece, she lives in my niece lives in San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah, and they both are here, and yeah, we take them to Santa Monica.
Very nice. I love Santa Monica. Yeah, Santa Monica is a great place. There's always activity. There's always things to do.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, yesterday was a very busy because my cousin has a 10 years old boy.
Wow.
Yeah, and he was so excited to go on the
Okay.
rides, and
Okay.
but they just allow few people
Yes, of course.
time.
Yeah, I went there maybe a month ago, and there
Yeah,
was a long line
yes,
just to get
long
on.
line. Yeah,
I was like, well, the children must be upset.
yeah,
But at the end of the day, like you just have to follow the rules, you know.
yes,
And not many can follow the rules.
no many, yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. The puppy in your photo, is
Oh,
that yours?
no, it's my daughter's.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my I said it's my grandchild.
Your grandchild. Yeah. Well, I mean, usually people treat their animals like their children.
Yeah, yeah. I think
There's a lot of
my
love.
daughter, yeah, my daughter and her husband, they treat the dog like a son,
Yeah.
like their
Maybe
son.
hopefully, do they want children? Your daughter and
They want to. They don't have any
yes.
now, but later they plan on 5 years maybe.
Okay.
They say maybe,
Maybe.
and I say okay.
I think when there's a maybe, it's usually a yes.
Do you think so?
I'm quite sure. What's up, Joy? Good morning. Very nice.
Wow. So how?
Yeah. Well,
Because I have
you want grandchildren, and that's I think part of life, you know.
yes. Yeah, I have three sisters
Okay.
and I'm the oldest.
Okay.
We are four.
Okay.
I'm the oldest and all of them they have three grandkids, grandchildren.
Yeah.
Um, each of them have three and I have no one. And I'm
Wow.
the oldest.
Do you feel like it's a pressure?
No,
Okay. That's
no,
good. Never feel pressured.
no,
Yeah.
not all. No, I feel my daughter and my son-in-law, let's say, when I ask them, oh, you're gonna give me a grandchild,
Yes.
and they say, no, no, yes, you're too young
Yeah.
to
That's
be
good.
grandmother, and they're
Yeah.
not.
That's good.
And I said, yeah, you're right. I'm too young to
Yeah.
be a grandmother.
Very
But
nice.
I would like to have, but it's not like oh, I'm the sister.
Yeah.
For that.
Your mother lives here or back home with you?
She's gonna go back with me.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Excellent.
she's visiting from Mexico.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's really
yeah.
nice.
She's gonna leave next month.
Okay. So she's staying
Yeah.
with you for a whole month, almost.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Oh, that's really nice.
She came March.
Hmm.
No, the visa arrived in May.
Okay. Do you want a table inside or outside? What's your preference?
Inside.
Okay.
I like it outside. What about
Okay. Let's see if there's a table. Let me look real quick. Um,
or
there's
if
like two
it's
tables.
one shade on the side,
Okay.
outside, we can do outside.
Sure.
I like
Okay.
yeah.
We can do it outside.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
my English is not to 100%, okay?
It's okay.
If you don't understand me, tell me.
I am a really good teacher.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I can teach you a couple of things.
Thanks.
So your mother, did she mention anything about me?
She asking me, oh, you know him before? And I said, no.
We just met.
Yeah, I just met.
That was just the beginning. I like the sandals. Very
Thank
nice.
you.
You look very comfortable.
Yeah, they are.
I like it.
Thank you.
I like it.
Yeah.
Excellent. Buenos días. A lot of good.
You're a regular customer here, or what?
Um,
How they know you?
they yeah, I know them. I come here kind of often, but the success I've had in my life, it has only been from the level of respect for people that I come across, no matter who the person may be. And I'm a big fan of calling people by name. So usually if they're not wearing a name tag, I tend to ask them for their name because like long term, it's really good psychology. It's like for the brain. But then when you call someone by their name, it shows like a bond, a friendship. You know, even
Yeah.
though it's the person that's cleaning my table to the person making my drink for taking my order. Respect in life is the only thing that's respected, and you need to and people to strive to have that. And if they don't have it, then it's something probably that should be worked on. You know.
Yeah.
Here,
Yeah.
how are you today? Good morning. Good. Yeah, for here.
Can I have the honey latte with apple milk? Which one? The strong, medium, sorry, small, medium, or large? Medium. Medium? Which one? The strong, mild, or decaf? Strong. Strong and with almond milk, correct?
Strong.
Almond milk?
All the way.
No, okay. Oat milk. Oat milk? What kind of milk did you want? I'll do it. How much? Okay, anything else? No.
You sure? You want a
Maybe
pastries?
maybe
I'm gonna get a
have
croissant. You should get
you
a
have
pastry.
you
They have
have
pastries.
yeah.
Take a look.
Blueberry muffin. I like the blueberry muffin.
Oh, really? I'm more of a croissant type of guy.
Blueberry muffin?
I'm gonna have a chocolate croissant followed by
Chocolate croissant, okay.
followed by a large Spanish latte, strong, extra hot.
Large Spanish latte. Strong and extra hot.
Yes.
Regular milk fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, anything else?
That'll be it for now.
Okay, you're gonna have the honey vanilla latte medium strong with almond milk, blueberry muffin, chocolate croissant, large Spanish latte strong and extra hot.
Excellent.
Thank you. 21.85 will be your total, okay?
Excellent.
Give me 1 second.
Sweet.
To pay with for mine.
Of course not. Let me see your nails.
Thank you.
Let me see your nails. I like them.
They need a refill, but yeah.
Very nice.
How's your pastry?
Awesome. I You see your hands? You have really small hands.
Yes. So
Small
you have
hands.
your signature?
Yes.
Happy birthday, Jessica. Give me 1 second.
32. We'll find a table outside. Julio, yeah, he's the guy in the red shirt. Julio. Yeah, it feels good going to places and having experiences with people that are really genuine. You know?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Yes.
I play Kylie as well, and I like to know people by their name.
Allow me to ask. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got you.
Help you.
Okay, let's go find a seat. Oop. Go outside. Where looks good? Inside, outside. You could even go down if needed.
Outside, down there, there's more seats.
Yes,
Okay.
and it's more of a romantic thing.
Oh.
Yeah, of course. I'm kidding. Be careful. Let's. Oh, we have options.
Yeah, a lot of options.
We have options. Good morning. How are you today? Howdy.
Like someone I was waiting on.
Ah, I like it. Um, you choose. We have wherever you like.
Here?
Okay, we're doing here. I'm gonna wait till I get my coffee.
And tell me about the picture that you sent me
The picture
today,
that
yesterday.
the picture. So I like. What was I doing? I was just sharing some words of encouragement to a small little audience, and I was really, yeah, I was in a good energy. I was really like very expressive, and I had like you can have someone's attention only when there's interest on what that person is going through or interested at that given moment in life. So let's just say if I'm talking about losing weight and they want to lose weight, then they're going to be focused on that. But if I'm talking about dating and they want to lose weight, then they don't care about dating. They want to lose weight. So that is, yeah, it's yeah,
No, it's interesting.
looks pretty good, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, very nice. Did you have braces when you were a child? You have a really nice smile.
Oh no.
Your teeth are just yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Very nice. I like it. Usually there's always a lot of people. That's why after like 10, 11 a.m., it gets really busy.
Yeah, because it's like a brunch
Yeah.
time, and
Yeah.
people like. Yeah, I thought, oh, maybe I gonna make him to wake up too early.
No,
Because I told
I've
you that
no, not at all.
no.
Not at all. I've some people could do earlier. Some people they want later. So it's like everything in between. Myself, like there's always certain things I need to be that I have to do. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then you have plans, then we'll work around it.
Yeah.
And then it's I just asked you yesterday, hey, let's get coffee before you leave, and let's go on. You're like, sure, and that shows a lot, you know.
Yeah, I like to know people,
Right.
and yeah, I'm very friendly, and yeah.
I like it.
When I was young, my dream was to be like a flight assistant,
Yeah,
and
that's a good.
because
That's a good dream.
yeah, because I was I thought when I was that age,
Yeah,
like, oh, I I would like to know people from everywhere,
completely. Yeah,
the cultures and
you can learn more languages and traveling.
and yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, but well, I was very short on that
Okay.
time. They asked
You're
me,
short.
I'm short.
Stand up. Let's see. Stand up for one moment. How tall are you?
five, 5'2".
5'2".
5'2".
I think you seem very taller than 5'2".
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, and on those days they asking you for the height, specifically um, in Mexico it was like 6 meters. No, 1 meters and 60
Centimeters.
centimeters.
Right.
It means like five,
5'6".
5'6".
Right.
Yeah,
And
and
that
I
was
didn't meet the standard.
it's interesting how they can put that in their requirements because like well Mexico can do that's their own country but yeah
Yeah, I
I
don't know
mean
if on those days they were the same on all the world, but in Mexico they required that. I don't
correct
know if here, but because when I, the airlines that the Midwest and China, for example, they're short. They're
yeah
not tall.
I've been to China, Korea, Thailand, completely,
And the
and then
best is
I've been to Russia, which they're tall, and then I've been to places where they're small, you
yeah.
know.
Yeah, I think now it's not a problem to
Yeah.
be short for being flight assistant, but maybe my age.
Yeah, it's just a matter. Hey, good morning. How are we doing?
Good morning. Have the Spanish latte.
Very lovely.
And also have the honey vanilla latte with almond milk.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Still waiting on food or
Yeah.
anything else? Okay, I'll double
Excellent.
check right
Thanks for
now.
that.
You're welcome.
Wow.
Oh, pretty. Cheers.
I know. I'm gonna have to take credit on mine. What is yours?
Um,
A smoke signal of
I don't
flower?
know what it's flour.
Yeah.
Maybe? Yeah.
Pretty nice. I really liked Julio. He's a good guy. The guy with the red shirt.
Uh-huh.
So then when I showed him my number, he was
Yes.
already making it.
Oh,
That's good.
yeah. Good.
Cheers.
Cheers. And you're living here? You're living here or in San Diego? Or
Uh,
how do you?
no, I live nearby. I live here in downtown or outside of downtown. I don't live like in the city but like just right next to Union Station, more or less. Like not far.
No, the Union.
Yeah, Union Station is just right here down Alameda.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm not too far.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but I go to San Diego 3 times a week. And
Three times?
Yeah, 3 times.
Oh, okay.
Like 10-hour shifts. 3 10-hour shifts. That's it.
Oh, okay.
That's all I need. Buenos días. ¿Cómo andamos? Al puro 100.
Ay, pues háblame español.
Oh, oops. You like Spanish? Yeah.
Sí.
¿Te gusta el español?
Sí.
Okay.
Es mi primera lengua.
No, ya sé, pero I mean, yeah. We could do both.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I like to speak English because I can learn more.
Yeah.
And I like to learn.
You're a learner. You're a lifetime learner.
Yes.
That's good. So, divorced for 8 years, Yeah, congratulations. How do you
Thank
feel
you.
about it?
Very good. It's a long story because I get divorced 8 years ago.
Yeah.
But in those years, I came back 2 times to try again.
Of course.
Because after 22 years married,
It's
was hard.
it's a pattern. It's routine. Yeah.
It's routine.
I can't speak from experience, but I've had a lot of conversations, so that's why I'm intrigued on. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
I get it.
mostly that.
Right.
The routine and the kids, the family.
Right.
That the
Kids are grown up though.
Well, my youngest is 15 years old.
Okay.
I have four.
Okay. Yeah.
4 kids, and I have the two oldest.
Okay.
The oldest is 31, 28, and then 17.
Yeah.
He's almost 18, and my youngest is 15, almost 16.
Okay.
Yeah, they're growing up, and I have to figure out what to do with my life. And I was happy because I like the family. I'm very
Family,
person,
family orientated. Yes.
oriented person.
Yes, I
Yeah.
like it. Me gusta. Yeah. Sí.
Sí.
Y si no sos, digo que no viene la palabra en inglés, puedes decir en español.
Okay.
Yeah. Claro. Yeah.
Gracias.
You're so adorable. I really
Sí.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really happy you came out.
Thank you.
Yeah. When I saw you, I was like, wow. I felt like an instant energy, good energy.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel the same.
Yeah.
Because
You're like very attractive. Like, yeah. And I'm like, just like, boom. I'm like, oh, you waiting in line? And then it was like, and it never happens. So by me, like stating like, hey, we should get together. Like, we should get together. You know? Yeah.
Yeah. It never happened to me either.
Because a lot of men don't have courage, but they don't have balls. And like Tony Montana says in Scarface, you know, you got to have a big pair, and you know you have to go for what you want. And if I want something, then I'm gonna respectfully go for it. You know, or go in every respectful way and matter to. Yeah, but yeah, no. So when I seen you, I was like, hi.
Yeah, I feel that from you,
Right.
and that's why I accepted to
Yeah.
be here because believe me, I'm very shy. I feel like just going out from my
Routine.
routine
Right.
and everything because
You don't date
as
often. You go out. You date.
never.
Yeah.
This is the first time that I
That's good.
date.
Well, this is not going to be the last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a person that
Of
I
course.
never see before.
Right.
Es mi primera vez que
Yeah, sí, claro.
salgo con
Ajá.
alguien que nunca había conocido
Right.
antes, de verdad. Pero I feel like I need to meet people.
You should.
Yeah, because it was a long marriage.
Right.
And after eight years, I came back once,
Okay.
and then we get separated a year before.
Really?
And then I came back again.
Okay.
After 2 years
Right.
living separate.
Right.
And we tried for almost 3 years.
Okay.
And I just have a year and a half that I'm alone again.
Again.
Never again I gonna get back.
The N word, as in never, is a really aggressive word to say.
Yeah, I know.
Because, well, you're Spanish, you're Hispanic, so I'm pretty sure you're faithful. So, you know, it's only up to him to decide
Yes.
what's the final conclusion of our lives. And if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And sometimes they'll put speed bumps in our way to open up for new opportunities that can come randomly. And that's kind of just like, it's exciting when you have that mindset, you know, just like keep an open mind, keep an open door,
Yes.
but just never losing faith.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, I'm agree. I'm agree because yeah, that's true. Never and forever is the words that
Right.
that is true. Yeah, because I know because the one thing that I learned from all of this happens
Correct.
in my life is I've never imagined this will happen to me
Right.
before, but because when I got married very young, 18 years old,
Yes.
and I never thought that will be involved in at the course because when I
Is it finalized already?
oh yes,
That's good.
8 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 years
It
ago.
was
But
finalized. You
yeah,
came back. I get it.
yeah, I think that now it's finalized emotionally and legally and
The last
all
time he put the nail in the coffin, he closed it. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Done.
that's it. Yeah,
Completely.
yeah. Yeah.
Very
And
nice.
I feel good. I'm feel free.
Besides you feeling good, you look good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to keep my my life without bad feelings and
Right.
yeah, I I feel
You
good.
say optimistic. You say positive.
Sí, positiva,
Yeah, siempre.
optimista,
Ajá. Yeah.
ajá, con malos
Oh, I like the Spanish.
sentimientos.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Gracias.
Yeah. I speak. You know, I can go from speaking a lot of English to like Spanish, and yeah. Yeah. I also speak Japanese and Russian as well.
Oh, Japanese
Right.
and Russian.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have a really high level of respect for Japan, and a lot of things I've taught that I was taught many things on how the Japanese culture is, and yeah, I appreciate the Japanese culture as well.
Yeah, oh
And
well.
my first relationship, she was Japanese as well, so
Oh,
I was I spent some time as well back and forth from California, Long Beach to Tokyo. Her parents, both of them, are back in outside of Tokyo, and it was a good time. That was a good time. But at the end of the day, the father didn't accept that um, her daughter had an educational background and I didn't. But at the end of the day, too, it's like your daughter makes this amount of, well, she's a college graduate. She graduated college and everything. I met her while she was going through college. This was many years ago. And, but I've always made a good amount of money. And the father didn't accept the fact that her daughter has an educational background and I don't after high school. So that being said, it eventually just didn't work out. And I only say it didn't work out because it was just like when we sit down and think about 5, 10, 20, 30 years, there's never going to be any acceptance. But the daughter, that's the tradition, and she has to follow tradition usually in that community and any other traditions. They have to, if it's, yeah, they have to usually do what their parents say. It's kind of like
oh,
Armenian culture. There's a lot of other different cultures. The one that comes to mind is Armenian. Um, Recently, because I went out with an Armenian girl that I met through a friend, but she was young, and I tend not to date younger than my age. I like older women like yourself, mature, attractive, more life experience. That's kind of like my aim. So anyhow, with the Armenian culture and others, that they select their husbands for their daughters, and that's the reason with the Japanese relationship. It was incredible, but long term, the dad was not going to accept the fact only because of the educational thing, and that was going to be like unhealthy long term.
long
So why
term.
have that weight and just unhealthy environments towards that?
Yeah.
Respectful. He came to the graduation, and once again, we saw him again and again. He kind of was talking more and more, and then, but still, deep down inside, there was never going to be no acceptance. So then that's when I decided, I'll move on, and I wish you well. And yes, to this day, I wish her very well. And I think my sister mentioned to me that she's actually going to have a child, or she already had a child. So maybe by this time, she just recently married and then had a child. So good for her.
Yeah.
And that's like all the relationships, and I've not had a lot, just a few. Just wish them sincerely well. Any
Yes. Yeah.
That's the past, because you're only going to build from those experiences. If it's 25 years, like with with your husband ex, and with all the other ones, it's
Yeah.
wish everyone well.
Yes. It feels like think that way. When I was thinking that way, it was very helpful
Yeah.
for me because when you see your bad experiences or the things that makes you feel like a pain,
Correct.
um, there's the thing that most son las cosas que más,
Te
de las
duelen.
que más aprendes, de
Ajá.
las que más te duelen.
Ujú.
Y desde que todo pasó, la primera cosa que me hizo sentir mejor fue pensar, esto duele mucho, pero algo me está enseñando, algo
Ujú.
me tiene que enseñar.
Es un
Entonces,
mensaje
sí,
de Dios que está viniendo y va a pasar. Puede ser un tiempo, bien pesito, pero todo va a pasar y para el bueno, you know?
para lo bueno,
Yeah,
sí.
everything.
Y cuando piensas
Ujú.
más en lo que, ¿qué tengo que aprender de esto? Cuando te
Ujú.
concentras en, ¿qué tienes que aprender de esto?
Sí.
Instead of thinking, why it happens to me, why,
Correct.
and try to figure out why it happens to you,
Yes.
why that person acts like that, or what to, o sea, culpar
Ujú.
y decir qué malo, qué mala, qué malo. Eso no te ayuda.
Mm-mm.
Eso nada más te hace más dolor,
Ujú.
más dolor. Y cuando piensas nada más, ok, me duele mucho y me duele muchísimo, pero ¿qué voy a aprender de esto? ¿Qué bueno voy a sacar yo de esto?
Ujú.
Y eso me ayudó a estar mejor, más rápido,
Ujú.
a salir de ahí.
Yeah.
Sí,
So when you divorced 8 years ago and it was finalized, you went back for another 3 years because you wanted to retry it.
for 1 year,
For
and
1
then
year.
we get separated again.
Separated. Okay.
And then 2 years separated,
Okay.
and
then again.
then again for almost 3 years together. And year and a half ago,
Yeah.
I
You said that's it.
that's it.
But
No
for
more.
now, because like you divorced and you had time off from him, but then you wanted to go and maybe retry it again. Okay, good. But then you took another break, and then you went back again this last time. So what was the difference from this last recent time to the second chance? So like after the divorce, you went back and you tried it again, second chance, but then it didn't work out. So then you took another break, and this last time, which was the last time, at least for now, you're stating that's the final thing. So did he not have appreciation for you wanting to try, or was he not trying enough for you?
He didn't try
Yeah,
at all.
yeah.
He just pretends. I think he when I came back, I only give him a message that you can do everything you want,
Mhm.
and I will be here.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Correct.
But it was not my real message to him.
Right.
It's the way that he understands that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't for me because I told him if things don't work or again, I'm gonna leave.
Right.
And I believe he didn't tell that.
Right.
And he was like, oh, okay, well,
Yeah.
you're gonna come back again,
Okay.
or you're gonna be here
He was,
forever.
of course.
Uh-huh.
He was comfortable. He was complacent.
Yeah.
He was cocky.
Yeah,
Right.
because I know him,
Right.
and I told him I know who you are.
He's Mexican.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Traditional. He thinks, yeah, la mujer no se va a ir a un lugar, se va a quedar conmigo. Yo pago. Yeah. He had a lot of. Yeah. He had a lot of pride. Yeah, it's pride, and it's really disappointing. But it's the reality of men as they get older. Let me say, as we get older, not myself. We get comfortable, and that's it. You know, there's no changing. There's no adapting. Yeah, you know, like our bodies change, our sex drives decrease. We can't do the things we did previously. So why not just enjoy that moment that you're with your partner? Right.
Yep, and that's
Younger, older than you? Same age?
Older.
He's older.
2 years.
That's not bad. So you should. It's about the same age. Okay.
Yeah, about the same. Mm-hmm.
How was your guys'? If you don't, respectfully, how was your guys' like sex life? Was it like good? Did it need work to be improved? Was he lazy?
I don't know. Good.
Oh, that's good.
Good.
That's one of the three things. I dated a psychologist before, and we would talk about a lot because I like psychology. And the three things that people tend to divorce, relationships tend to go like downhill, and sometimes drastically. Uh, same thing with like people that cheat, men and women, and not just like marriages, couples. new relationships, they tend to cheat. So that's like one thing on top of lack of communication. So one of the three things from the psychologist that I dated before say that when people break up, divorce, it's this is three things. She said it was lack of sex life. Second, it was lack of communication, and third, it was just potential depression because of how the other person was making that person feel, and there was no appreciation was the correct word she said. So like lack of appreciation. Um, we need to feel content to have those happy emotions in our body. It's like excitement.
Yeah. Yeah, I think communication it's very important,
Yes.
and I respect.
Yeah.
Because when you have respect and you try to communicate in some way,
Right.
you find or you try to find the best way to communicate. Because if you are respectful for that person,
Right.
you want to that tú quieres que esa persona te entienda y tú quieres entender a esa persona.
Or at least try to begin to understand that person.
Yeah, but when you're not respectful is only that I say, only what I do is
Right.
right.
Correct.
And I don't care about you.
Right.
What do you think? What do you do? And anything.
Completely.
I just can hear you and I say yes, but I never.
It's never registering. It's never growing in.
Yeah,
It's like,
it's
yeah.
And is unrespectful. And when you feel respectful for the other person, you you have empathy and you want to hear about how that person feels and
Yeah.
everything. And for me, it's the respectful and communication. And yeah, I think the sexual thing is very important. But I believe when everything, when as a woman,
Right.
we are more emotionally.
Completely. Yeah, it's proven. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
And it has to be connected.
Of course.
Everything connects.
Yeah. It's not like men want to they want to just fuck, and women want to make love. They want the passion, they want the pasión, they want the slow, and guys they want the like turn over and give it to you. So yeah, completely. Nice.
And you've never been married?
No, I have not.
No
Yeah.
kids?
I have one daughter.
Oh, one daughter?
Yeah, I have one daughter.
How old?
She's 4.5.
4.5.
Yeah, 4.5.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, it's the best thing. There's only two things I ever wanted in life, and I think in like school, or at least traditional schools, they ask, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And I always say, "I want to just join the military, and I want to have a daughter named Sasha." So I would say in life, I have what I wanted growing up, but as we get older, hopefully we should strive to have more. And what I have and what I know how to do so well, I want to spend the rest of my life doing that. So that's the reason why I can't be with my daughter's mom because of my skill set, my training, and what I do as well. Only because it has allowed me in the last 10 years to change my life all around. So when I do something, there's always a meaning behind it. But yeah, I mean, I would like to be with my daughter's mom, but at the end of the day, it's just it can't happen. But our relationship as co-parents, it's amazing. It's a struggle because of DNA and culture. She's fully Russian, so her mother's almost 9 years here in the U.S. and almost 9 years, in between 8.5 9 years. So the traditional culture in Russia, it's tough. Um, it's tough. They're tough. Like they're just very strong people, and DNA's, um, it's it wasn't meant to be because I wanted to have more in life, but I'm gonna still maintain to have a good relationship on the long term because that's a parent. And why have stress? Why have stress? That's kind of like where I'm at. You know what I mean? Good morning. So, yeah, with her mother, it's complete trust is there, at least on my end. Maybe she might not have full trust, but she has full trust that even her friends are starting to allow me to take care of their children because how much I like children. Now, like Sunday, I'll have my daughter, and her friend um, son. So like I'll spend the full day as well. So instead of me and my daughter out and about at the parks, I'll have the little boy's company as well, which is the same age, I think, within a couple months, and I'll have a great day. But it takes a lot, like a lot, to allow someone to take care of your children. So by by my daughter's mother's friend asking me to take care of her son, I said completely no problem. I'd be happy to take care of him. Like he's beyond like my own. I really mean that. But for her to allow that trust, and I asked her, hey, did so my daughter's mother, her name is Lana. Lana gave you shared with you trust, and she's like, yeah, completely. And I'm like, that's the first. Like, I was just like, But at the end of the day, I love children. I think they're excellent, and I think the meaning of life is to reproduce, so that those children can bring you more life experiences and hopefully maturity in your life, because people need maturity and they need to grow up on a very long-term person. Like, you don't want to be an adult boy or woman. You don't want to be a 45, 50-year-old woman or man and you're still like a teenager because you didn't lack maturity as growing up as well. But every circumstance is different, and my perspective is strive to do everything to the best of my ability, because children are not going to do what you tell them to do. They're going to do what they see. So I have to do certain things religiously, constantly, so that she can see from the smallest little things, because it's routine. And right now, let me say not right now, for the last 9 to 12 months, since about 3, everything is a sponge. Everything's a sponge. I didn't start doing. I haven't myself as a parent. I have not went heavy on the Spanish until the last 6 months. So probably beginning of the year, Spanish, 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 and now it's good. Level of respect here at Earth Cafe, other couple little places that we go to, Spanish. I'm talking. How's everybody doing? Respect. She's picking it up. So she's watching and she's doing, and I can say respectfully. So far, everything is going pretty well, but there's always room for improvements, because at the end of the day, the first 7 years of a child's life is really important to put in high self-esteem, and it's going pretty well. And yeah, I'm happy on the progress. It's good schedule. There's a balance, and yeah, I think it's going to turn out pretty well. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
And then you have her.
I have her a lot, but since I'm working a different shift this week, it's not too much that I'm going to see her. But I have her a lot, but the schedule works out pretty well. So kind of right now this week, which is the schedule's kind of hectic and like complicated for her to spend the night right now, because she'll spend the night, and then from that point, when I leave in the mornings, her mother will come. I'll say, all right, take care. She'll get ready. She'll lock my door, and then she'll drop her off at school. She'll go upon her day, her work, whatever she's doing, and then we're great. We communicate, hey, are you picking her up? I'll pick her up. I'm going to work late. Okay, I'll pick her up. If we both can't pick her up, we'll ask the friend of the little boy, hey, would you mind if you can? Great, no problem. Awesome. So when it's we're helping each other. That's all that matters, where the children are safe.
Yes.
And I'm all for it.
Yeah.
So no complaints. And the level of trust for me to like give her a key to my place, like there's no like she's striving as well to do the right thing. But,
yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's the best thing that you can do for your kids when kids are.
yes.
I at first the first 4 months I don't want to see him.
Of course. I guess. Tuviste en cada one. Like
yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't help. I never thought that we finalized our marriage the way that it was, but it's past now.
The past.
Yeah, but
this is the new.
Yeah, this is the new.
Yeah.
The new me. And now we we have communication for the kids
Okay.
as well,
Right.
but because they're teenagers and
Right.
they're growing up, but teenagers are very
Right.
more difficult than the
Yeah.
little ones,
Right.
because the little ones
Yeah.
they take more time.
So the ones that are, so you have 31. What are the ages? So you have 15 and 31. Which ones are the oldest is 31 and the youngest is 15. So what are the ones in between?
28
Okay.
and 17.
Okay. So you have two that are in high school that are under 18. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where we have to communicate. Yeah.
Yes.
I get it.
Yeah,
completely.
the little ones.
Because the 28 and 29, they're grown ups already.
No,
Yeah,
they have their life.
Yeah, that's
They
good.
have their life.
You did your job on those two. Now we focus on the last two.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'm being focused in the last two because they have a few years
Yeah.
left before they're vuelan.
Yeah, I know.
Fly.
Well, not right away, but yeah, they're gonna start to get out the door,
Yeah.
out the cage.
Yeah,
Yes.
but now they don't need too much time,
Yes.
but they need quality time.
Completely. Right.
Because when they're little, they need time.
Mm-hmm.
Quality time as well.
They need
undivided
undivided
they need
attention.
more energy, attention, and everything. Now they when they're teenagers, they don't want you in their lives at all. They want to. They want to pull
I don't.
you out.
I've seen that many examples. Um, yeah, I've seen that a lot. It's like, wow, really. But I see the other side as well, and I play the devil's advocate, and I say, not really, because once you build a friendship with your child, then you can be part of their friends when they're with their friends, if that makes sense. Because speaking from my Nino, he has one daughter, and he only had one daughter, and she got a PhD at US Berkeley, up north, and she did incredibly well. And her and her parents, her like, they're beyond close. So it's a friendship, because of everything that he did to provide for her to succeed to the highest level possible. I mean, that's a PhD is a whole achievement in itself. So, um, you know, yeah. And then his military, he's, U.S. Navy, 42 years, like his whole life, basically. He's Navy, and he did pretty well,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, there's a very, the like a military is very
Style, discipline.
uh,
Yeah, style,
Yeah.
discipline, and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would consider myself almost fully disciplined, but I focus on the important tasks, what I've learned, focus on the couple important tasks first, and then the other small things, eventually they will get assorted, but don't leave those hiding under the rug or in the closet. Like, I have paperwork right now on my desk that I have to like scan and email, but I need to focus on fitness, nutrition, and my current project that I'm working on. Those are the priorities of the day. Even if I just sleep 2 hours or if I sleep 3 hours a day, I have to focus on the 2, 3 things that are like high ranking priority. And eventually, and soon enough, I'll get to the little bit of paperwork that's on my desk, that needs to be scanned and just emailed, because now everything's just emailed. So it's pending.
And then tú haces más como, entonces, como el entrenamiento, el fitness.
Yeah. I train hand-to-hand combat. So I teach, I'm an instructor. So I teach self-defense. So with these, that's why I looked at your hands, and I was like, you have really small hands.
And then
Yeah.
what does that mean? No?
Huh? Yeah. Let me see.
My small hands.
Wow. Well, you just have like, I mean, it can be good and it can be bad and everything. Yeah.
It can be what?
It can be good and it can be bad.
Yeah.
How's that feel, by the way? It's self-defense is social awareness, and I think it's being in tune to your environment, your surroundings. I tell that to a lot of my female friends, strictly only female friends, or just women in general, that my sister, family members, you're not probably going to walk down that alley behind the parking lot where you parked right here. There's a little alleyway, even though it's an entrance. for this building here. That's where they walk their dogs, but you don't know who's going to be there in the middle of the night. So self-awareness is something, and maybe if it doesn't look right, you're probably not going to do it. As in, no vas a caminar donde pueden estar, gente, alguien allá, y qué vas a hacer si hay dos, tres personas. So it's self-awareness. Is really important as well, and that's like self-defense. But like, what do you do in case of emergency? You have to use these. What can you do with these? And then it's like the reaction and speed. So you can be talking to someone, or someone comes at you, you can just get him, and you can take him down. You can break some bones, and there's a couple parts that you can hit someone in their body, and you can take their life. Yeah, there's like a couple places that their life can end, but that's the legal aspect that you kind of don't want. But it depends. What if he has a weapon? You have to protect yourself. That's kind of like the rule. If someone comes into your house, what are you going to do? They're coming into your house. You don't know what he has, or he or she has. So it's like self-defense is really important, and being aware. And yeah, so that's what I do. I teach it. I teach how to use these. There's a lot to it. I would tell you right now, stand up and I can show you just a couple things, but maybe when I walk you to your car, or we can go for a walk and then I can show you just a couple basic things. Yeah. Well, you said you're a student, so I'm a really good teacher. So
I like to learn everything, new things.
And I know you feel comfortable with me, so everything respectfully.
Yeah. Everything respectfully.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always tell my friends, so I have this addiction to learn, learn everything that I can.
That's great. So, majority of your family, you speak Spanish? Okay. So,
Yes.
how often, when do you speak English, besides going to places and stuff like that?
One of my jobs, I'm caregiver.
Uh-huh.
The senior, I take care for a senior in
Okay.
San Francisco.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I do like season tax.
Uh-huh.
I do taxes,
Okay.
and I work in the tax office for the 4 years.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I practice my English with
Very good.
the people, my clients.
Yeah.
And then my daughter's husband, he
He's
is
American?
Bueno.
Agüero. Gabacho.
Sí,
Es de Gabacho.
Gabacho.
What? Gabacho. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
And yeah.
At work, they're like, you speak Spanish? I was like, I fucking speak Japanese and Russian as well. Like, he's like, no, I didn't think you speak Spanish. When you speak it, they're just like, oh my God. I think when I said a couple of words in Spanish, you were just like, it kind of surprised you. Sometimes when I speak Spanish, it's like,
Sí.
well, really? And I'm like, yeah. I learned it in the.
Habla español.
Yeah.
Sí.
It looks good on a resume too when you go to apply for things. But at the end, like, what happens when you go to a Spanish-speaking country and you don't speak the language? And goes to what happens when you go to Tokyo, to Russia, to Thailand. Like, how do you not know the language? Obviously, with everyone having a smartphone, you can have Google Translate. Translate. I did it.
You did it?
If I need to, yeah.
Yeah.
I would define myself, besides beyond confident, I would define myself like a solution orientated person. Like, I just only have solutions. That's all I come from.
Yes.
That's it. So it allows everything to manifest positively in my life. You say, oh, can we do it early? I said, sure, 8:30. Fine, let's do 8:30. And then if I have to rearrange schedule, then I could, because I understand that you have to do something with family, most importantly, at 11. We can do that. So it's just, there's always a solution, and then that's it. That's why I like my relationships. They're really good. Like, yeah, there's always a solution. My question to you, how often do you come like to Los Angeles? Like, how often do you come here? Because I know it's a drive.
Yeah, it's 7 hours,
Yeah.
or 7.5. Yeah. No, sometimes, well, I'm planning to come again in July
Yeah.
at the end, maybe, because my kids, they didn't come this time.
Yeah.
And they want to come, and I will bring them. Maybe, I don't know if at the middle of the July or at the end.
Yeah.
But mostly I come here like 3 times a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my daughter and my son-in-law, they go to Santa Rosa.
Right.
Yeah,
But the flight is like an hour, right?
yeah, hour
Yeah.
45 minutes.
Can you get out for like a weekend? Like if you wanted to leave for like a weekend and come here? Like
For a
if
weekend?
I was to invite you to come over and visit me for like a weekend, would that be an obstacle locating a babysitter for your 2 children, or
Oh, yeah.
or can you, basically my question to you is, if I want to see you and say, hey, come down for the weekend, is that going to be an issue?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I don't think so.
I got a new place. It's like really, I mean, I'm not getting ahead of myself here, but like, yeah, I plan to see you more and more. So I'm just trying to figure out a schedule here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And a plane is what, an hour? I mean, it's about an hour and a half, I think, no more than that.
Yeah.
We'll check.
Yeah.
My brain works, so let me check right now. Let me put my, yeah.
I think an hour, less than hour and a half, hour, I don't know, 15 minutes.
Hey Siri, how far is Santa Rosa from Burbank flying?
Santa Rosa is about 418 miles from Burbank by car.
How long would it take to fly from Burbank to Santa Rosa?
1 moment. Here's some information.
Yeah, 400. Yeah, 4 hour, 42 minutes, 42-minute flight from Santa Rosa to Burbank, and then Burbank's like 10 minutes. Burbank's better than LAX.
Next to
Yeah.
Hollywood,
Yeah.
right?
42 minutes, 42-minute flight.
Yeah.
That's all it would take for you to come and visit me on a weekend. Think about it.
I'll think about it.
But yeah, I like Burbank Airport. Really small, easy.
Yeah,
It's,
I've never been there. Never been there. Yeah, Santa Rosa has an airport
Mhm.
where, well, it's a Windsor and Santa Rosa between.
Mhm.
But yeah, I heard my son-in-law's mother. She came flying from Santa Rosa to Burbank.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. She said it was it's a new airline.
Mhm.
Aerolínea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a friend. She just flew over there 2 weeks ago to visit. So
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah. And you've been there in San Francisco?
Completely. I love San Francisco. Like San Francisco's, it's a great place. Would I live there? Probably not. But I really like it. Like I really like it. Living wise, I kind of can't.
Yeah, me either.
And it's not the financial part about it. You know, obviously the cost of living is more, but you make more money. But it's I'm up to for the adaptation to see what it's all about. But like when it's cold, it's not that it snows, it's fucking windy, and that wind is cold. And I've been to Russia, and I've been to places where it snows, and sometimes snow is not, I mean, this sounds potentially strange, but sometimes snow is not as cold as the fucking wind that's blowing, you know?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I would consider myself well traveled, and that's what allowed me to have certain experiences in life where I can talk about a lot of things and kind of somewhat relate as well, opposed to just talking about just social media and TV shows. That's what a lot of. That's why dating women older than me, I find much better in the context that it's um, more in tune of the life experiences than someone younger. Yeah, definitely for sure.
Yeah. How old are you, if I can know?
Yeah, how old do you think I am? I'll tell you completely. I'll show you my driver's license.
I don't know. It's too bad.
Don't guess. Tell me. I wouldn't guess and I wouldn't ask because it's an inappropriate thing to do. And I wouldn't be here if I didn't find you attractive anyways.
Let me see. 38. 40.
How old?
40? 38?
I'll be 40 soon.
Huh?
I'll be 40 soon.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
I said 38 to 40.
Yeah, 39.
39? Oh.
Yeah, my birthday's in 3 weeks.
Really?
Mhm.
It's July?
No, June. What day is
3
June 8th?
weeks. It's today is the 9th.
Yeah, on the 28th.
Oh, 28th?
The 28th.
Oh, June 28th.
Yeah. That's why I was thinking and trying to think about all the logistics and if it's feasible because of your responsibility as a parent, and I'm a parent, so if you come out and visit, is it feasible to, because a 42-minute flight is like nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing.
And I can make that happen if coming, So that's something to think about. I'm not going to get ahead of myself and be like, maybe come down in 3 weeks for my birthday. That'd be great. But we'll see how things happen between now and then.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's on the 28th. The big 40.
40.
I feel great. I feel like awesome. Age is just a number on how you feel.
Pardon me?
Age is just like a number, a
Yeah,
reflection on
just
how
a
you
number.
feel.
Yeah, I can. When I think about my numbers,
Yeah.
I say, oh, that's big numbers. I feel young.
You look great.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you look great. Your energy's great. I like the feminine energy. It's really nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, and your small hands. I like your smile the most.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have nothing on your teeth.
Thank you.
Yeah. I want to reach over the table and just like kiss you. But it's not the appropriate thing to do while sitting down. It's a romantic thing, but no.
How you think? Maybe you figure out my age for my kids' age. You're very logistic.
I don't don't worry about it.
Tell me.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Tell me how old I look.
Like yesterday your hair was straight, right?
Yeah.
It was straight. Obviously you wet it, so I love straight hair, by the way. Like, is your hair naturally sometimes straight, or does it take time to straighten it?
This is my natural.
Natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is natural.
I like straight hair, just so you know.
This straight?
I love straight hair.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
Teeth and like hair and like eye contact is like the top three. Obviously energy, but like smile, what you have, and then the straight hair yesterday. I'm like, oh hi, and then I'm like, yeah, well, we should get to that.
Yeah. I was about to asking you about it. Why you invite me? Why you texting me?
Because if I want to get to know one, then I'm gonna ask. I'm like, hey, why don't allow me to take you out? Let's get a coffee. And if there's a little resistance, it's or it's only like I don't have expectations when I do things. I just have appreciation, and that was one thing that changed kind of my life. Is when I started to adapt, change your expectations for appreciation, and your whole life will be a miracle. Your whole life will be like changed. So when I come out with anyone, specifically this morning to start my day off in a good conversation with you, I say there's no expectations, just pure communication, pure coffee and conversation, and then from that point, that's it. After being here for who knows how long, under an hour, I'm like, well, we're talking logistics, 42 minutes, an air flight. My birthday's in 3 weeks. I'm not going to get ahead of myself. It takes comfort, especially if you're going to, spend a couple days with somebody, which my place is immaculate, a lot of good things. Yeah, I know how to entertain a guest and enjoy that company that when I have that person. I would say this: I'm a man's man, and I know how to take care of my women, and that's when I say my intentions are well, And yeah, it's like, but at the same time too, you're gonna go for your gut feeling, and the gut is usually never wrong. So you have to like, you get an energy is really important. So you feel a certain energy, how I do things and how you do things. It's just the way, human nature works usually, you know.
Yes.
But back to when I saw you, I just said feminine energy, attractive. She's smiling. That's all. That's
But
all
I
I
have
need.
mad.
You can see that in yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Like the mask or no mask, like you can't. I mean, the masks are gonna be gone by Tuesday next on the 15th.
Yay!
Like this shit,
Yeah.
it's
I
like
cannot wait
gone.
for that.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Then you might have more men inviting you out when they start to see your smile. How often do men? Let me rephrase this. Now, I was gonna say how often, but do men tend to engage conversation with you? Like, yeah. So like, when you go out, anywhere you go out, wherever you're at, do men tend to engage in conversation with you as I did yesterday? Like, oh, are you waiting in line? And then they start to talk to you like on a personal level
Yeah.
or interest level.
Yeah, since the pandemic
Mhm.
thing, excuse me, I didn't go out very often. Not go out at all.
Mhm.
But for example, in my job when I do taxes or a little bit of bookkeeping,
Mhm.
I have clients that it is very funny because I have a client, just a new client from Haiti, and he came back like 3 times to ask me things that he knows before. And yeah, it's very often sometimes,
Yeah.
or sometimes no, not very often.
It's like indirect. Like they kind of want to ask, but they don't. Opposed to me, like, hey, why don't we get together? You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like yeah, no, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like people or friends think that I am very selective and
Mhm.
very like I know I pretend to put my
Shield,
yeah
your
my
gate,
yeah
the iron gate,
line
the line. Don't pass the
line.
tape. Don't pass the
Don't
chalk
pass that.
line.
Yeah,
I get it. I get it.
yeah. But yesterday I don't know.
Yeah.
Just as answer your question, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I
You
don't
just,
really know.
we go
I
off
just
base of like our gut feeling.
yeah. I think I can tell when the energy is like respectful.
Right.
Because none of the men is
Because
that
they
they are
want one thing.
respectful.
They want to get into your pants. That you can sense when
Because what?
men want the one thing. They want to get. They'll get in. That's what they want and how they put it out there. But why don't they just like build an attraction and allow it to manifest? You know?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And that's what some people are looking for. I found it all the time by building an attraction and comfort. The sexual part does come, but and when it comes, it's really wow. But isn't sex better when you kind of know a person and it's kind of just like the pasión? I like the pasión. I get that. I get that. Everybody wants some pasión. It's just better. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm too shy.
Don't be shy. We can talk about anything.
Yeah.
So, talking, in between our conversation about one sexual thing. Yeah, we're both adults, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, I know it's probably strange talking about something sexual with a stranger, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I have a lot of experience, so um,
I think you're younger, but you have more
yeah.
experience than me.
Well, I take care of my women like really well. Yeah, that's like men think about just them ejaculating and coming. I want my woman to like let it out, and then it's up to me It's coming from a place of like not being selfish. Selfish is not really healthy. So yeah, I'm more of a giver than I am a receiver. But then I believe in communications. But if you're,
I have a question for you.
yeah.
Are you taking some video or anything or no?
Oh no 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 no.